This might actually be the stupidest thing I've ever done. We're on a mission to open a brick and mortar retro video game store in 60 days. What day is it?
I don't know. Thursday.
It's day 32. We didn't film yesterday, so this is kind of going to be a day 31 and 32 because I was really tired. But updates from what we did yesterday, we finished pricing all of this. We started pulling out additional games that weren't on there from storage, which is these. So we have to go through, test them, check the discs price, and with that little stack. This still needs to be priced. We grabbed these shelves from my buddy yesterday and set up the current gen stuff. All of that needs to be alphabetized and priced. You'll see there's no Switch up there because we don't have any Switch in stock. I might take some stuff out of my personal collection so we at least have some Switch stuff when we open. And today we're gonna have 3 helpers. Allie, the legend, the best girlfriend ever. I don't know. And then my sister and brother-in-law are coming. My brother-in-law is pretty handy. We're gonna get him to do some random stuff that I don't feel like doing, which is mudding and taping these walls. We're gonna put these doors on. We're gonna put all this shelving in there, I guess. This I still need to decide if we're gonna keep gray or paint it black. I really love the look of this new slick camera.
I have a great job of peeling the stickers. I feel like my talents are very well used today.
How many years were you in school?
I was in school for seven and a half years and accumulated over 100 grand in debt.
She's alphabetizing. He's about to tape and mud that wall, and I'm doing nothing. We're about to go pick up an arcade machine. Allison's starting to go through this bin and putting stuff aside that needs to be priced and checked. Almost there to pick up the arcade cabinet. I don't know if he's gonna let me film in his house. I couldn't get any footage in the house, but I saw what it was. Let's go. This thing's sick. It looks brand new. I don't think the guy used it hardly at all.
Chris, where are we going?
Just unloading some stuff. This is just the box for it. We didn't even know it was included.
Let's go. We love a big old box. Things are about to get real. Watch out for that car behind you. Oh god. Okay. Phew. Oh god. Okay. Ooh, it's beautiful. Ooh. This is the perfect height for me. What are you up to, Allison? Still alphabetizing. We have light. We have loading. Well, I guess we'll all get back to work and Chris will just do this.
I'm just testing it.
Uh-huh. Wow, you're really good. Damn, Marge. Let's go.
It's about 4 o'clock and I've hit a wall mentally. I'm exhausted. I'm thinking about just going home. Should I go home?
Go home, Ball.
Time to go home there, Ball.
Yeah, go home. Take a break.
What?
Sit on the couch and watch football. Jesus, quit your working. You're gonna wake up dead one day.
What?
No stress. Relax. I demand you to
Okay.
relax.
I don't know. This might be the end of the video. We'll see. All right, we got an update. I came home, napped for 15 minutes, and then woke up to a message on Facebook about the McDonald's machine. This is what it said. Hey, just so you know, when I was bringing it up the stairs, I didn't have much help, and I cracked it. Don't know if you still want it. Now there's a huge crack in the arcade machine. And if you missed the last video, this is what we're talking about. It's a McDonald's kiosk. But these things are really uncommon. These ones in particular, I was only able to find photos of 2 other ones online. One they had taken the graphics off of, and the other one was pure yellow and the M was on the top. But it is confirmed that it was an official McDonald's piece. This is actually coming from a McDonald's collector. She collects all sorts of crazy McDonald's stuff. She's got some wild stuff. Those are chairs, I think, the little fries. I remember seeing this in my hometown McDonald's. I want to prove to you guys that there is some other ones out there. So this is one of them. They took the decals off, and the button configuration on this one is a little bit different. Here it is. Here's another one. This was actually in a McDonald's, I believe, and this is the exact one that we'll be picking up if the deal goes through. And here's one more, but it's not the same as the other ones, but it kind of looks like the same setup, except obviously those are PS2. Same setup, red base with the big circular top, plexiglass. But those 3 pictures were the only pictures online. I don't know if this is going to end up happening, so I told her that I wanted to test it, obviously, with dropping this kind of money, and she's sending me a bunch of videos. I said, I want to test it. She says, when I moved it upstairs, one of the connections disconnected from the, I think she meant to say solder here. You can play on a controller or steering setup. You may have to solder 2 connections. So I asked, the buttons don't work at all? I don't know much about that. They were before I moved. I don't know how to look for now. Shouldn't be anything big. But it's just one thing after the other. Initially, when I had reached out, she said it was in perfect working condition. Everything was working. I don't know. I don't know much about soldering or anything, but I also am not really comfortable grabbing it without the buttons working, because I don't know. She could just be saying that it worked before. Oh my God, one thing after the other. Now she's saying that the steering wheel isn't working. I honestly think it would just be basic soldering, but if it's not, like, that's a lot of money to throw down for something that isn't working. This might actually be the stupidest thing I've ever done. So we picked it up. It wasn't strapped in, so I had to sit back here and make sure it didn't fly around and break. But now we got to unload it and try and get it into the store. This is either going to be so epic or it's going to backfire so horribly. We got it in. We had to rip the door off to get it through here. It was such a tight squeeze. It barely fit in between. And yeah, it was just getting caught on this. So we had to rip the door off, take the door off, and we got it in. Now I have to try and get these wires figured out. We got to take this off, and brought my soldering kit right here. So got some electrical tape and stuff down there, and see if we can get it fixed. I can't even figure out how to get the steering controller freaking plugged in, but I'm pretty sure it's this, because this goes back here is a mess. That must be it, right? If you plug the controller in, you just play it like a normal N64 and it works fine. I've been messing around with it for an hour or so, and it's just glitching out when it's even plugged in, so I don't know what's going on. We'll keep trying and hopefully we can get it going. I'm losing hope. I really don't want to give up on this tonight because I just want to get it fixed. I'm not going to be able to sleep, but I might have to call my buddy in who works on these sort of things tomorrow and see if he can get it going. We're going to try like 1 or 2 more things, but if not, probably we'll just head home. I kept it like this, and I didn't do the soldering until I made sure that it all worked, but it looks like we got it working. Let's assemble it and put it back together and cross our fingers, and I'll do it live to see if we actually got it working. Here it is, the moment of truth. Okay, it's on. Yep, okay, the steering wheel's working. Yes, okay, so the start is working. The only button is this now that we need to see, make sure it works. All we have to do is get a weapon and see if it fires. Here it is, the moment of truth. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. That's so sick.